All right, we are on. Get everything set up here. All right, we're on. Who we got checking in? Who we got out there? LaShonda Wells. What's up, LaShonda? Sick 'em dogs. Shout out to Georgia. I appreciate that. Child of God. Good evening. Miss Philly G. Nah, you ain't missed me. I just got on. In fact, I'm actually a little late running. Seize the day. We got Seize the Day in here. We got Michael Brown. What up? Y'all see the last video I did? Can you guys hear me? Let me know if you can hear me. Can you hear me? No sound? Hold on. You can hear me now? Can you hear me now? You can hear me? Okay, cool. Yeah, sometimes I put my lab mic up and sometimes it acts crazy. I forget to turn it on. I'm sorry. Oh, we got Virgo Queen in here. Virgo Queen be getting the job done. She be letting know what's in Memphis. Queen Sugar, what's happening, baby? You all right? Well, I mean, we got a lot of, man, 30 people. That's like the new record. Becky Norman, what's up? We got Michael Coleman. Michael Coleman always be showing up. But y'all see the last video I did? About they might, hey Cynthia, how you doing? I appreciate you sharing the videos. I appreciate that. Did you guys see the last video? You say you're sick of Memphis. You ready to move? You ready to move, Virgo Queen? It'll get better though. The thing that's funny about it, they were doing what they doing in Memphis, they was doing when I was young. I was like 18, 19 years old. In Jersey, we was going through the same thing. And that's one of the reasons why I wound up leaving. I was like, I can't stay there with that. Man, it was certain parts of see, like this is the thing a lot of people don't know. I'm in Texas now, right? When I came out here, you know, when you from the East Coast, you hear, thank you, Tony, I appreciate it. You hear a lot of people saying that the South is real racist. When you come from up east and you come down to the South, you're like, damn, it's more racist where I was, but it's more systematic than it is in the South. So I came to Texas, I got out here and I realized, I'm like, cops don't follow you when you get in the car, or if you have a nice car, they don't get behind you. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I came out here and I was like, my whole perspective changed on a lot of things and the thinking I had. Like a lot of people ask me why I'm the way I am. This is one thing. We, as a lot of us as people of color don't do. A lot of us has never left our state. So a lot of times our mindset is what's indoctrinated around us by the people that are around us who have really never been nowhere. I've been to every state in America. I've lived in 6 or 7 states on my own. And it's like, we got to broaden our horizons by the journeys that we take. Everybody's journey is different. So your thought pattern will be different when you're around all different types of people and understanding the culture through a lot of people. You know, one of the ways you can understand the culture about people is through the food they eat. It sounds crazy, but a lot of times, man, you know, if somebody from another culture offers you something, because us as black folk, we fickle. I ain't eating that. I don't know what that is. A lot of times when somebody offers you food or something like that, it's a sign of ultimate respect because they're trying to introduce you to their culture. Yeah, I'm different from you, but we still have things that are good. And this is what I like. Let me share it with you because I think you're somebody. That's one of those things. But thank you very much, WLJ. But guys, you seen the last video I did, right? Where they said you seen the video with at the end the guy said, man, they got somebody in custody. When I made that video, I wasn't trying to like opt out of what I was saying originally. That's just a new twist, and I never seen that in the video. And like I went back to go look at it because you know all the shock and awe of what actually happened. A lot of people just watched that or couldn't watch it and never went all the way through the end. And it's a lot of details and stuff at the end that people glance right over. So I don't want to say the young man's name that sent that to me earlier, that little 20-second clip. When I seen that, my jaw dropped. I'm like, yo, I got to tell my subscribers about this. And I had to jump in there. But I mean, I don't know if it's mistaken identity or not, Michael. I don't know. But I mean, it just sounds funny that why would they have somebody else in custody when they had who they thought? Because remember, if you watch the video in the beginning in scene one, I don't want to say scene one, in stop one, when they first grabbed him, somebody kept saying, is this him? Is this him? Then it was like, you know, he took the pictures of him multiple times. So I'm thinking it could be one or two things. Now they said he sent the picture to multiple people. I think the initial picture he took, when he took pictures, must have been to send over to the other guy to be like, yo, we got a guy over here. Who fits the description? But Tyree was already messed up. You know? Another thing is this. With his mom has spoke, right? I never did a video about this, but his mom spoke. And she said, when I seen my son in the hospital, I knew he was gone. Like, she didn't want to say it, but basically she was saying she thought he was dead already. And I know that feeling because sometimes you can go in the hospital, especially if you have family members and you see how they're hooked up and all of that. And you know, like, ain't no way he gonna come out of this. Because, you know, they put you in a comatose state, like he was put in a coma. But check this out. The picture that they showed, the mom said he had a broken neck. His neck was broke. You believe that? She said it out her own mouth. She said his neck and his nose was broke. Said his nose looked like an S and his neck was tore open because his head and stuff swelled up so much. That's what them tears was. Damn. Just the brutality of seeing your child like that. And you know, it kind of made me think back of, I don't know if y'all seen the movie Till, the Emmett Till movie. Man, I don't know. I forgot the main star's name. The lady, the mom, she played the hell out that role. When she was in the courtroom and they was mocking her and she kept her composure, that's some strength right there. I'm like, yo, that's what I need in my corner. I need somebody like that. You know, that's a good movie. I don't know if y'all seen that Till movie. That's a very good movie. If you out there, anybody, no matter what color you are, you need to watch that shit. Because a long time ago, when my grandfather was telling me about that, you know, when I was younger, he would tell me about it. And he said that black folks helped. I thought it was just white people in Mississippi just acting crazy, tearing people up. Because, you know, you hear all the dumb stuff. I didn't know black folks helped him. Is the ones that helped get him, and they the ones that beat him up. It's like we tear ourselves up, man. Tear ourselves up. But yeah, like that video, man, I didn't want to. A lot of times I'll make videos and like the emotion that you see me have, and that's just how I am. Because the way I can explain this is this. It seems like every generation we get worse and worse. We're losing track of family values. We're losing track of our American history as black folk, because a lot of times people get upset with me about this, and I want you guys to hear me out when I say this. Yeah, we are of African descent, but as far as we can go back with our lineage, a lot of us can't trace where we come from, who we are. That's why these places like 23andMe and all this DNA crap that you take, it'll tell you a mixed menagerie of how many people are in your blood. We are over mixed. We are not original Africans anymore. We are American mixed black folk. American history is our history. It started from slavery. And when we got over here, for the most part, and we need to embrace that. Not saying we need to embrace slavery, but that is not ever going away. And we are here because of that. And a lot of people get caught up in, you know, Africa and all this stuff. A lot of times you see videos, they tell you, you are not one of us. If they drop every black person in Africa right now and spread them in different continents, like refugees just sent us anywhere, I don't look like, you know, I wouldn't look like I belonged in certain places. They can tell them from us. You understand what I'm saying? And a lot of times when you get over there, they would be treating you just like the deportees and stuff that are being brought over here right now. You know, the immigrants from Mexico and all these other places, these people that are the migrants, and people don't want them around, they would do the same thing. Because a lot of times with the corrupt governments over there and a lack of resources, they ain't gonna want to share nothing with you. You are not a part of any tribe. And a lot of us are Americanized and don't understand that if you go over there, even though they all might look alike, they're all different tribes of people, and they associate with each other with different dialects. Even though they all might speak the same dialect, it might be a different accent, like somebody in the South might have for their tribe or whatever. And we don't even think about that. We think about everything is like America. We'll go over there, they look at our color. America, listen, I'm gonna say something to you. And you can search this up. America is the only place where race is spoken before the people, for your country. You know what I mean? I've been to Greece before. They call me American. They don't say, hey, black guy. And I thought that was weird. And like I would be over there talking to people that speak English, and I would say like, yo, the black guy, the white guy, this, and they would give me weird looks. And I never caught the energy. And then I realized over time, people judge you by where you come from. Because your character a lot of times come from the culture you live in. We ain't living American culture. That's why a lot of people get in trouble when they go to other countries and think everything is like America. Perfect example, Brittany Griner. She had the weed bullshit on her going through the airport thinking the shit was legal like she in Colorado. Shit is what it is. And we need to take that into consideration before we make a judgment call of if somebody's racist or prejudiced or anything like that. Why am I preaching? Y'all got me preaching. We supposed to be talking about the student. Anyway, but usually the way I run my lives, I do them a little different. I just do an open forum. We can talk about anything. You know, like I really want to do my YouTube channel a little different than a lot of people. I really want to, it's almost going behind the scenes of a YouTube content creator. Like, I want you guys to really understand I'm a person, right? And I'm not just somebody on YouTube that you see, and I'm no different than anybody else. Another thing I like to say is, you know, what I'm doing, I'm a teacher. I don't know if you guys know that. That's not my profession, but like I'm a teacher. I try to make my videos where you learn something from it. Now, I do get animated and upset and all that stuff. That's just me. But I mean, I'm a human being. I try to put my heart and soul in my videos and have full transparency and honesty. If I ever mess up or anything, I will get on here and be like, hey, man, I messed up. You know, I don't want to be like some know-it-all. Hey, I got people over here. Or, hey, a little birdie told me. Like, nah, I'm not that type of dude. But I mean, I think I want to use my platform to help others. And I use these live streams on every Friday at 6 p.m. as just a sign of appreciation. And we just run an open forum. But I mean, tonight I just picked the Tyree Nichols situation because so much news has came out and it's a good talking point. So we won't have any dead spots. But I have my desktop here. Sometimes the comments don't come up over here and they come over there. Hey, Roz, what's up? And what I do is I'll look over here. So like when you see me talking and I'm doing this, I'm not being disrespectful. I just have to read what's going on. Okay. So I'm just telling you. But yeah, that's just basically who I am. Oh, we got Carolyn Harvey. You in Philly, Carolyn? Yeah, I'm from Camden. It's cold up there because it's cold down here. For some reason in Houston, when it get cold, the weather down here, it's usually cold up there. Like the cold come down here or something. Good to see you too, Miss Roz. Miss Roz been with me, y'all, for a minute. She been with me for a long time. She been with me when I was doing just stock market investment videos. You know? So I got to give Ms. Roz credit. Seize the day. I want you to talk about how to do investments so I can invest with intelligence. You invest right now? See, now that's what I'm talking about. Let's get cracking. Let's get to talking on that, because I got hundreds of videos on how you can invest and become a millionaire with proof of myself. And the thing is, I got all this knowledge on these things and nobody looks at them. I'm like, yo, what can I do to get my people to look at these videos? You know what I'm saying? Black Queen Jacks, what's going on? Long time no hear from. More than been a couple of days. Yeah, but you don't invest now, seize the day? 1 second. I'm coming off of the flu. I don't know if you can hear it in my voice. If I talk too much, I get to coughing. But yeah, if you don't invest now, I don't want to put you on blast. I was going to ask how old you are, because a lot of times your age have a lot to do with how you invest. That's what I do, Kingdom Queen. I dividend invest. I do a lot of investing in the index funds, or ETFs, you know, exchange traded funds. Easiest thing to make money. Sit there and watch the money grow. I've been doing this for about 12, 13 years. And I started with $36. When I made my first investment, it was $36. I put it in the S&P 500 ETF, right? No. I bought AT&T stock first. It was like $30-something or something like, no, $60. It was $30, and then I bought another share of something the next day. It was like $70 I started off with. And I've amassed well over 6 figures. And right now, I've saved the money in investments. I've never sold anything. And the appreciation and the interest and all the dividends, it rolls by itself. So it's like money that I'm making in my sleep. I never have to touch it. I'm set. In another 10 years, I mean, I can stop working right now because I own my own business, so I'm well off. So, I mean, that's why you guys see me on here all this different times. So somebody asked me last night, yo, Steve, you sleep, man? No, I just got a lot of time on my hands. I do my work. I get up 5 in the morning, get done around 10, 11 o'clock in the morning, come home, take a nap or whatever, and I'm just here. My time is yours. Mel Roy, how you doing? Thank you. I appreciate it. Miss Mary Lamon, how you doing? But yeah, man, I mean, dividend investing is the way to go. That's the easiest way. That's the easy way. If you don't want to lose money, invest in the S&P 500. That's the best kept secret that everybody talks about. Would you say? So with the dividends, they pay you. Hold on. With the dividends, do they pay you, or you just let it grow? It's both. This is what it is. I'll give you an example. AT&T pays 6%. I think the dividend was 6%. Now, say like it was $20 a share the last time I looked, right? You make 6% off that $20 every year by holding the stock. Now, imagine you spend $2,000, you got 100 shares. You get 6% of $100. So you make $6 a year, and it doesn't sound like a lot. You make $6 a year off of $100. Now, if you keep investing and you keep your shares keep, adding on shares and stuff like that, the interest rate on the amount of money that you put in there will still go up by 6%. Now, what happens is, what I do is called DRIP. It's an acronym, Dividend Reinvestment Program. And that's the very important part when you do dividend investing. When you do dividend investing, what you do is on your account, your investment account, you put that you want to be in the Dividend Reinvestment Program, or DRIP. DRIP is free. DRIP program, every 3 months, businesses give what's called a statement of how the business is doing and all our earnings statement, right? It's just like a report card. You know how school has 4 quarters, 4 marking periods? So do business have 4 periods where they give their synopsis of what the business is doing. And every 3 months, that's when they issue the dividends. So rather than waiting that whole year to get the money, you get it in increments every 3 months. So if you got 100 shares of something and it pays you, say AT&T was $20 a share, right? And you're getting paid $6 $6 per share, right? That's another thing I'm gonna tell you. It's not $6 per 100 shares. It's $6 per share. So if you got 100 shares, you're getting $600 a year by just letting the stock sit there. Now that $600 a year will be broken down in 3-month increments of how you get it. So you ain't gotta wait till the end of the month, end of the year to get that 600. You'll be getting 150 in the first period, 150 in the Q2, Q3, Q4. So you'll be making $150 every 3 months just holding the stock, but it goes up every year. Now you'll get $50 not in money, but in the stock price. So what you're doing is you're buying more shares basically. So if you got, if it's $20 a share and you're getting $150, you're getting like what? Was it $150 every 3 months? You're getting $20 the share price divided by 150. That's what, 7 shares? You're getting 7 shares every 3 months. And now your shares are picking up. So every month you get it and you got more shares, the increase in value of money you get. And it's just a rollover snowball effect. And you just leave it alone. Don't even look at it. And that's how it goes. That's how it runs. So you can start a little bit. You don't have to have a lot of money. You just start and let it roll for a while. But like me, I do index funds where I have, it's a basket of a lot of stocks, a lot of different stocks. Because when you first start picking stocks, it's hard to pick good stocks because there's so many of them. It's so many good stocks that pay good dividends, man. Your head is spinning. You know, like yes, Vanguard, exactly. Who said that? Kingdom Queen. That's who I deal with, Vanguard. Look at Vanguard ETFs. Vanguard iShares got good ETFs. Yeah, I'm telling you, it's money out there, and you can spend as little as $20 to $30 or less and start investing. It don't take a lot, and that's the trick. They tell you that you need a lot of money to start investing, or you got to be rich, and it don't be like that. That's the trick they teach you. I'm gonna tell you how the stock market is. You know, like a lot of people get knowledge yourself, and they just don't want to preach to people. That's how the stock market is. Investment. We spend money on Jordans. We spend money on junk every day that we ain't even going to remember where we got it from a year from now. And some of the stuff we buy, we wear one time and then put it in the closet waiting for an opportunity to wear it again. Never follow finance with fashion, because fashion always changes, but money will always stay the same. A lot of people tell you, oh, money's not the only thing. I mean, not everything. You're right. It's the only thing. The only thing you need. The younger you are, the more you can make mistakes financially. When you get my age, you can't mess around no more. So the way I look at money is different than the way somebody younger would look at money. You know? What you say, Roz? I see the question marks. Then you start dancing? That's what we're doing? S&P 500 index. Some go down, some go up. So you gain on a level balance. Continue. Yes, if you dollar cost average, meaning basically every month you put a little bit into it. And that's the thing that's cool about it. It's the easiest way. And if you want to get rich, you have to go through the stock market. Some people can make it through real estate, but it is what it is. But if any normal person wants to acquire wealth, you do it through the stock market. You always remember that. Do it through the stock market. Because I have days where I'll be up 40, 50, 60,000 out. You understand what I'm saying? This is no joke. Don't play with this. It's easy. Easy. When you undecided and you can't, where you worrying about spending money and all this other stuff, man, I can't get that pair of shoes I want. Buy the company. Buy the company. People buying Coach bags and all that stuff. You can buy the company a Coach and invest in the company. And yes, you are really an owner and it pays you a dividend. Invest in Coach. It's like $20-something a share. Instead of paying $300 or $400 on a bag, you could take that $300 or $400 and buy you a nice amount of shares, and then do that every month instead of biting the Coach bag. And then once you start seeing how that money flips, because the money move every day. Once you see how that money flip, you're not gonna want to spend no more. This is like it's like being in the casino on the crap table, minus rolling the dice and having your money on 6 and 8, and it constantly hits, and all you're doing is sitting there collecting chips. Easiest thing out there. And that's the best kept secret. We are not financially literate. We don't know things. You know? So yeah, Coach bag $800. You spend in what? I can't move my computer right now because I'm using both of them. But I would tell you how much the stock price is. If anybody can look, see what the stock price is. If anybody can look out there and see what Coach is, you can type it up on Google search. Coach share price, for Coach, and it'll come up. Might be like $20, $30. Might be less because we in a recession. Because we're in a bear market. It might be less. This is the perfect time to invest. How far back are your investment videos? They're way back. They're about a month or something back. I mean, I got a lot of, like, I just made a big acquisition in a Tesla when it fell, like near the 100. My buying rate is $106. Tesla in the twos already, and I got like 222 shares of Tesla. I spent big on Tesla. Now think about that, 222 shares, and it was like, last time I checked, it was like $230 or something. So you take $230 and you minus $106 and some change. That's like $124. Times that by 222. That's how much money I made on Tesla just holding it. Can't go wrong. Can't go wrong. If I sell it, I get to keep all that money. I mean, it's amazing that how much stuff we don't know about finance. You know, I used to make videos about how I get upset about kids, you know, when they making money, everybody, like, I don't know if you guys remember back in the day, because most of you guys are my age. Remember that movie Belly? A lot of things they kept saying, get money, get money. That was the slogan back in the day. We got to get money. That's only one part of it. Tapestry. That's right. It's called Tapestry. It's $44 a share. So you can times that by whatever the Coach bag is and how many shares you would get. It's a good deal. But like the movie Belly, they used to be like, yeah, get money and stuff. And like we used to have videos with Biggie and Lil Kim, get money and all of that. That's only one part of the equation. Anybody can get money, but what you do with it is the big thing. And the thing is, it's not how much you make, it's how much you keep. Money is a tool. Money is not an action. Like getting money is an action, but what you do with the money is a tool. It's a tool for your freedom. You see what I'm saying? Yes, yeah. Us as black folk have trillions of dollars and we don't do anything with it. Another thing is we hustle backwards when we try to start a business. You know, and we do have a lot of black folk out there with a professional mind where we want to be entrepreneurs, but we hustle backwards. Remember, everybody wanted to be a CD person selling the bootleg CDs and all this stuff. And man, out here in Houston, a business license is $30 and it reserves your business name so nobody else can take it. $30, your DBA starts. Sales tax ID is free. The government taxes is 8.25% that they tell you to charge your customers. They give you $2. Hold up. 8.25%. They give you 2.25% of that. I don't know what percentage that is, but it's like 25% of the taxes that you're charging people, they're letting you tax them. So they keeping they give you $2 off of the 8.25%, 2% off the 8.25%. But I might be saying it wrong, but it's lucrative. I was like, man, I didn't know it was like that. Just the taxes I charge on some of my big jobs is a paycheck for some people. And I'm blessed, you know what I'm saying? I worked hard and I got myself here. You know, I mean, it's easy to start a business. Like the way I'm, like, I studied so much. I'm businessman. I can run almost anything. About all I need is the core principles of the business, what the ins and outs is, how the money come in, how it go out, and I can make anything run. And it's like I taught myself this, you know, because I got to the point where I was like, I'm not going to work a 9 to 5 no more and keep getting my butt kicked and people can fire me when they feel like it. You know, and I was like, that's enough. I can't go through that. Another thing is, guys, I didn't want to be old. Like I had this fear. And now everybody got fears. We gonna keep it real. Ain't no such thing as no tough man. I used to have this fear. And I never remember, I went to the movie theater when I was like 18 years old with a girl, right? And I went there and it was an old dude. I'll never forget. He was an old white guy. And he was at the movie theater and it was a long line. We was like, what's taking so long? The dude was tearing tickets. He was bent over. I mean, old, tearing tickets at the movie theater. He was shaking, just tearing the tickets, like, hold on. I'm like, how did he get in a position like this? And that's a fear. I'm like, that can never happen to me. And I'm like, man, I'm not trying to work. And you know, we all hear stories of people that work 30, 40 years, and then they retire and die the next day. No, I want to enjoy life. You know, I'm going to work on my terms and do something I love to do. The thing is, if you have to be passionate about what you do. Like me, I'm a luxury aquarium designer, you know, for rich clients, and I do aquarium maintenance as well. I love doing it. I'm passionate about it. And it's like, it's not even like work. Like YouTube, I love YouTube. That's why I can get on here and knock 4 or 5 videos out in like 3 hours. Y'all be like, well, damn, where these videos coming from? It's natural. I get on here and I just talk about how I feel. You know, no gimmicks, no this, no that. Hey, but you know what though? I'm just starting to learn how to edit. And I'm trying to do it, but you can't tell me the beginning of my videos be looking like them late night infomercials. It got the colorful email at the bottom. I'm like, yo, this looks like one of the midnight infomercials, like 1-800 call daddy or some crap. You know what I'm saying? Some freak ass shit. They like, what kind of channel is this? But yeah, you got to invest, man. You got to invest. And after a while, if you can make it about 8 months of doing it, you'll get in charge. Like me, I don't buy brand new cars. It's a funny thing. I don't buy brand new cars. I'll buy a used car that look decent. And then I'll be funny about the price. Because I can't see making no car payment of 5, 6. I've seen people with $700 car payments and they don't have Lamborghinis. They got regular cars because their credit's so bad. Now they starting to do 9 and 10 year deals on a car. Oh my God. Oh my God. The amount of interest you would be paying in that amount of car, man, that right there, after you paid that car off, all that money that you paid for that car, if you put that money into an investment account, right? In 7 years, that money would have doubled. And in 20 years, you would be a millionaire. It's crazy. It's crazy. Money has to be flipped. Money's made to be multiplied. The stock market is what multiplied the money through what? Dividend investment. That's what y'all got to learn. And it's easy. 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 I teach you anything you want to know. I mean, it's so easy. If I broke it down to you, you would be like, what? Oh my God. Because I mean, we burning money up right now. And that's the thing. We expected to do that. Rap videos tell you what you're supposed to wear and how cool you're supposed to be and what kind of jewelry and all that stuff. I'm gonna tell you something. On YouTube, you get a lot of these videos. I'm not shitting on anybody's channel, but we got a lot of these channels that are about the alpha male and the modern woman being alone and all this type of stuff. What they fail to tell you in all of these videos. See, I look at those channels like how people would look at I don't want to use the word, I'm gonna say the word pornography. Where, you know, people back in the day didn't want to admit that they looked at pornography, and if you found out, right, that they looked at pornography, they'd be embarrassed, they'd be shamed, like, no, you know, those type of channels, young minds watch that and they be thinking that's real. And then they go out there and try to act and talk like they hear them people talking, try to have that persona. I don't care about no woman and all this stuff. And then when they realize it don't get the reaction and it's just a lot of talk, now they look ashamed in the street because now you got a bad moniker on your name. You're a womanizer, or you're difficult to work with as a woman, or like you're stubborn, or you understand what I'm saying? A lot of stuff I stay away from. Like I try to stay out of talking about rap music, like beefs with rap and all that. Now, man, I'm old. Like I tell all my people that have been in my live stream, you can tell you old when rap music is beyond you. When I was young, because I was there in the beginning when it first came out, and every week it was like new rappers and like the whole culture was changing. There'll never be a time in music like there was in the 80s. There will never be a time like that, ever. Because it was just an explosion of black culture, and like it really put us on the map, and it separated us from a lot of people in America because it gave us our own voice. You see what I'm saying? Now the 90s came with gangster rap, and that kind of changed everything too. But there will never be another time like that. And I witnessed history. I was just blessed to be here to see that. And it was a beautiful thing. You know, back in the day, a lot of you folks remember this. They used to talk about don't take drugs and crack is whack and all of this stuff. And the message was more positive. Now, if you ain't drinking lean and smoking weed, they showing them smoking weed in the videos without even censoring it out. And these are young kids. Then we wonder why the culture, the younger culture, is the way it is. It's like rappers, honestly, to me, is one of the biggest sellouts out there in the black community. Whether they know it or not or want to admit it, they are. Show me the last rap video where you actually seen it with a positive message without somebody getting killed or physically hurt in it. Think about that. See how the culture's shifting? Another thing is, a lot of times people get upset because they look at us as black folk a certain way in a negative light. And a lot of people say, oh, they're racist, they're this, that. We contribute to that. And I'm going to tell you why. All of the good movies that black people deem as good are all what? Gangster movies. Belly. Shot Us. Remember Shot Us? All the crazy stuff like that. In the black community, them good movies, gangster movies, all this stuff, gang movies, Boys in the Hood, Higher Learning and all of that stuff, they show them in other countries too. So when they think of American blacks, that's the forefront of what the face of Black America is, because that's what's being shown in other countries. Y'all better think about that. So a lot of times people come up on you and don't speak with you, or they act a certain way to you because they expect you to be a representation of what's out there. That's why I love Denzel Washington so much. He refused to be put in them positions. That's why when he did Training Day, I was like, damn, I ain't never seen him act niggery like that. And he did a good job, but at the end, you seen what happened to him. And I respect him. Certain roles he ain't gonna do. And that's what we gotta do now. A lot of times we gotta stop looking at, it's like we have like a tunnel vision, like we do the same stuff every time. Truth Hurts, what's up? Shout out Connecticut, I hear you. And it's like, man, that I live my life. Me, I have tough skin. I be getting crazy comments. Steve, shut the F up. Oh, you don't know what you're talking about. Listen, I'm 50 years old. I've been in Desert Storm, all of that stuff. You can't tell me nothing about anything if you have never left your city or your house or your street. You know what I'm saying? Somebody say, oh, I bet you live in a white area. What is a white area? There are black people all around the map. What is a white area? And I told them to define it. And when you put the light on somebody, a lot of times they want to get back in the shadow. Crazy. I could care less. Because bottom line is, my heart beat for me. And at the end of the day, when it stopped, I'm going in the casket. Person arguing with me, talking about they blacker than black and all of this stuff, ain't going to jump in there and sacrifice themselves for me. Think about that. If somebody was in the casket and they say, okay, you can touch the person, they'll come back to life, and then you'll take their place in the casket. 9 out of 10 people ain't going to do it. Ain't going to do it. That's why I tell my kids when they were younger, hey man, don't follow behind nobody because they don't know where they going. You know what I mean? Nobody knows. The thing is funny, when you're young and you're raising children, you never know what kind of human being you're raising. A kid will say and do anything he wants to do around you, right? And then when he gets on his own, it's a different world. It's like almost like being baptized. They say baptized, being born again. I'm proof of that. I was a good kid, raised by my grandparents, respectful, this and that. I went to Alcorn State, all black college. I went out there. It was niggified like that. I lost my mind. I ain't never seen girls twerk before. This is when the year I was there was when remember Uncle Luke came out with that I want to rock right now. I want to rock right now. Remember? To the front. I'm like, what the hell is that? They was pumping it on the campus lawn. I seen them girls popping that shit. I said, damn. That's why they call it the Dirty South. Oh shit. I ain't never seen nothing like that. I ain't never seen women beautiful like that neither. I ain't never seen black women with blue eyes, natural blue eyes. Yeah. I ain't never seen nothing like that. And they had them deep country accent. They was built like Clydesdales. I said, what the hell? Big ass legs and hips. Shit. I'm keeping it real. I got down there and lost my mind. I was a regular dude in school. I go down there, I got an accent. Rap is at the height. I'm coming down there dressed like a rapper and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because New York and all that stuff, we all had New York friends. I come down there, people like, you related to such and such? We was fronting like that. Hell yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because some people look like certain people. Yeah, I'm related to him. Oh, you know that rapper? Yeah, I know him. You know what I'm saying? Shit. It was a mess. And I was fronting. I'm keeping it real. I went down there. It was like, we be in that club. They used to have a club called the After Dark. If anybody from Arkansas State, they know the After Dark. It was called the After Dark. Get down there, man. They get to playing that booty music and all that stuff out of the sun. I'm like, what the hell is this? Oh, me so horny. I was like, what the fuck is this? That's my shit. And then the girls get up and get the pop. And I'm like, oh, damn. You know, I'm somebody out here in the South. You know what I mean? Yo, I give Mississippi props, man. You know, I made a lot of college comments about the black colleges and stuff. But, man, when I was in Mississippi, man, the people was nice to me. And I'm not saying I ain't really go off the campus like that, but I didn't have no problems out there, man. It was slower, you know, because just the culture of it. But it was very good, man. I mean, that's when I really looked, because I went to a black college because I wanted to know more about, you know, I felt this is my duty to go to a black college back then. You know, we had Different World on TV, The Cosby Show, you know, and I give, you know, whatever you say about Bill Cosby, I give him props. That dude changed the life of a lot of young black people that back then. He was like a father figure on TV. He was always pushing education, and he was always like, stay out of trouble. And he was professional, and we saw something we could look up to. I mean, I had my grandfather too who worked, but when Different World came out, that changed the game. I'm like, I'm going to a black school because, you know, they had the people stepping and all that on. I'm like, what is that? I got to learn more about that. And this is when BET first started showing black colleges. I seen Alcorn State. I fell in love with the way it looked in the stadium and stuff. I was like, I'm going there. I'm going to Mississippi. And I put in the letter, sent my track information out there, ran track and field. Called me back, told me I could come. And I went. Boom. You know, so I mean, I felt as though that was my duty to go and learn. If I'm going to go somewhere, I want to be around people that look like me at that time, you know, I want to go around and I want to really see how black people are around different parts of the world. And I mean, it was a good experience for me. What kind of investment should I be looking at for my 3-year-old? I've been putting money into a savings account, but I think I could do better. Yeah, Christopher, you can do better. You never put your money in the savings account. A savings account should only be used for one thing, an emergency account. In the savings account, right? Well, no, your checking account should be your emergency account. Your savings account, you should have a little bit of money in there of something you're saving up for, not the whole sum total. Me, most of my money is in the stock market, and it's in safe ETFs, where basically America would have to blow up for me to lose my money. The whole America would have to explode. You know, and there's places out there that can secure your money while you're making money. Now, a 3-year-old girl, is it a girl or boy? I mean, I would go into S&P 500 ETF. Any of those Vanguard S&P 500 ETFs or any Vanguard ETF, period. Whether it's healthcare, like I have a lot of money in the healthcare ETF, meaning it's a lot of the major hospitals in that index fund, Johnson & Johnson, all of the medical stuff, Medtronic and all the stuff where they make the surgical tools. Health will always be here. That's one place. I put my money in things that contribute to America growing industrially, you know, moving forward. And there are a lot of things that are iconic to where they make America what it is. And that's where I put my money at. Or a lot of things that, like, you know, we need, healthcare, military spending. They're going to always have military spending because America trying to stay on top. Yeah, it's a lot of different places you can put your money at. You know, like me, I won't never tell you what stocks to buy and not buy. That's a taboo. You never do that. You know, there's a lot of answers to the test, and all of them are right if you're studying, your research is right. John Clark, what's happening? Steve, you watched the news lately? Yeah, a lot of derailments. And you know what's crazy? This is messed up. I seen the derailments, right? And today, I think they had Norfolk Southern had a derailment. Now, who had the derailment in Ohio? Was that Union Pacific? Or that was Norfolk Southern too? Because I think they said they had a second derailment. I'm going to be watching that stock price because railroads used to be real cheap. Then they took off because, you know, the railroad industry logistically is just as big as the trucking industry. If we don't have railroads, that's why the president gets involved in these rail strikes. Because if the railroads stop for just 3 days, it'll mess all of America up retail-wise. And I'm like, I didn't even know it was like that. Like Amazon would have to shut down and stuff because they get their stuff by rail. All of the major car dealerships will be affected because the trains bring the car. Man, yeah, Norfolk Southern. I'm watching that stock price. If that thing drop, like really drop, because I'm going to watch it on Tuesday. If it drop, I'm going to see what it is. It'll be nice. Michael Thomas, where you from? Pascagoula? Mississippi? Okay. Yeah, but I'm going to be on that. I'm gonna definitely be on that. I mean, I want Union Pacific, and I like Norfolk Southern too. Yeah, I'm definitely on that. Yeah, because I had some CSX stock, and I held it for like 3 years, and I was like, I started really studying the railroads and doing research. CSX got the shortest line out of all of them. You know, because I'm like, man, the dividend don't really go up like that. And like the stock price don't move. And I'm like, this is a slow grind stock. And I was like, I want to get Norfolk Southern or Union Pacific. Canadian National Railroad is good too. That's really good. Canadian National. They dropped below $100 a share for a while, and I should have got them. I should have got it. I mean, I'm sitting on a lot of cash right now. I'm just sitting on it. I mean, I'm fine where I'm at, but I just want to put it to work. Erica Lynn Weekly, hey, from Memphis. Okay. Hey, are they still protesting out there in Memphis? Erica, are they still in the street protesting? Because I haven't heard anything from it. He said, Sick'em Dog say salute, man. What else y'all want to know? Damn, 47 minutes went quick, didn't it? I usually stay on here like an hour and a half. I might stay on here a little bit longer tonight. Depends on how hungry I get. I don't want to get all peaked and fall out in front of y'all. Y'all be laughing like this nigga done fell out on the damn thing. And Steve can't even stay up. Hey, you know something though? I don't know what it is with shooting videos at night. I don't know if y'all can see because I'm looking at myself on the computer. It's like I'm kind of fuzzy, like it's a reflection up here. It only does that at night. It's like, let me wipe this thing, see if it works. Sometimes it clears up. Now it cleared up. I don't know if it's something with the focus on my phone or what, but it does that sometimes. Yeah, I'm sitting here looking like, why is it blurry? Like it's like a reflection. Only at night when I record. Sometimes I forget and I'll record and look at it and I'm like, John Clerk. What was 40 time? What was my 40 time when I ran track? It was like 10:33, 10:35 or something like that. It was fast. I know it was in the threes. Yeah, I've been fast my whole life. I don't even think I can run now. I mean, I can run still, but I wouldn't try it because my joints and stuff. I ran across the street earlier, and I went to CVS, so I just walked across the street, and like I had to run across the road, and I felt awkward running. I'm like, I look stupid. You can feel it like I don't feel right. I probably look stupid running. But yeah, I used to be fast a long time ago. I'm proud of Memphis for actually feeling like the city is behind the victims, supporting the families, peace in it, doing this, no outrage. And you know that I was surprised at that. And I'm glad they didn't do that. Because I'm telling you something, man. When people be rioting and tearing up stuff, they tear their own stuff up. I don't understand that. Who tears their own neighborhood up? That ain't got nothing to do with what happened. The police shoot somebody that's unarmed, you get mad and tear up the family fucking dollar. Then get mad because they don't open it back up. Oh, they don't want to open no businesses. They don't want to, it's nothing around it. That's because you tore the shit up. Where you going to get toilet paper at now? Go figure, man. Come on. I mean, sometimes we really got to think about some of the shit we do and how we justify it being done. I never understood that. Yeah, you said that's world class. I had a track scout. I'm gonna show you how. Listen, I'm gonna show you how stupid I was. I had a track scholarship offered from Arizona State, uh, Florida State. I could have ran in University of Florida, and I wound up going to Alcorn State to run track. And when I got down there, I didn't run track. I just paid for my tuition and just chilled. When you young, man, we don't think about anything, man. I don't know what I could have been running. I don't know what I could have been. You know? Thank you, Rod. You be good, Roz. Have a good weekend. Yeah, it don't know. Like some of the stuff kids do nowadays, it's like see, one thing with me though, I was always willing to learn and keep my mouth shut and listen when somebody tell me something. A lot of times now, a lot of people, young people are not investable. You can't even invest in them because they're not going to be honest with themselves. And a lot of them, my biggest thing with a lot of kids nowadays, they have quitters mentalities. Something don't work, or they got to work a little bit. I don't want to do it. Or they don't know why they do things. Like me, I told my kids back in the day, if I ask you a question, you better not tell me you don't know why you did something. I will knock your jaw loose. Explain this to me. And let them talk. And no matter how stupid it sounds, I know they're children. I'll deal with it the way I feel I have to deal with it. You know what I'm saying? But all that, I don't know why I did it, because that transfers up to adulthood. How many of y'all met people and they do something crazy and you friends with them and like, you know, in the back of your mind, like, this motherfucker's stupid. Like, girl, why you do that? Girl, I don't know. What? You're like 35 years old. What you mean you don't know? Yeah, the Quinter's mentality, man. It's a lot of that out here. It's a lot of that in relationships too. Fear. Quinter's mentality. My voice is, my throat is parched. And yes, I do drink Mountain Dew. Do not crack jokes. I will block you. With the pinky up. All right, back to reality. Now, what was we talking about? Yeah, quitter's mentality. I can't deal with that. I don't like people that lie on people too, intentionally to their face. Like, you tell somebody something and something happens to them, they get mad at you because you didn't help them. And you're like, I told you to your face not to do that. No, you didn't. I don't know. What's it called? Being just disingenuous? I cannot stand it. Virgo Queen, you say, yuck, you don't like Mountain Dew? You don't like Mountain Dew, Virgo Queen? What you like, Dr. Pepper? Yeah. Terry F. Hey, Steve, you think those Memphis cops watch your channel? I know you're probably scanning YouTube to see what the public is saying about them. Actually, I don't. You know who I wish watched my channel? CJ Davis. That's who I wish watched. And it seemed like I got it out for her. But in a way, she makes me so mad. She makes me so mad. And like a lot of times in my videos, I don't really get a chance to say this. The reason why, and y'all heard it, all of y'all that are in here, you hear it from me why I have a problem with CJ Davis. The reason why I have a problem with CJ Davis is she didn't learn from her past mistakes. How are you a person who's supposed to represent the color of law and you got a past that's long and dark? And you black and know the struggles that black people go through, and every place you went, your real mission wasn't to make a difference. It was to just get a position and stay there as long as you can until the seat get hot, and then you jump off of it and go to the next place. Misunderstood reality. Are you ignoring the Houston? What do you mean? What are you talking about? I don't know what that means. Ignoring the Houston. What do you mean? I don't know what that means. But yeah, that's my issue with her. You know, it's like I give an example. Do we need more black police officers? I think we do. Because honestly, the law is going to always be the law. Either you obey it or you don't, no matter how stupid it is. And you know, I used to be very, like, don't get me wrong. Oh, no. Give me 1 second, guys. Let me get back to this. I want to say something. misunderstood reality, the Harris County Jail situation. Now, I'm not ignoring that, but I'm going to tell you something. Ever since I've been editing these videos, I used to be able to fire these videos off. Ever since I've been editing these videos, I got a list of videos that I haven't done, but I'm still trying to hurry up and catch up with them before they're real old. Harris County Jail will come tomorrow. I got a couple of other videos that will blow your mind that subscribers have sent me that I still have not yet, because it's the weekend. Like tomorrow morning, I'll get up very early and you'll start seeing like 5 or 6 videos pop out right after one after each other tomorrow. So that's one of the things I want you, I take you guys a little bit behind the scenes. I try to stay on topics and stay with the story that I start. If I say, hey, I'm gonna come back to that story, I'll come back. But so much stuff has been happening with this Tyree situation. And like a lot of stuff when I'm driving, I'm thinking about it. I'm like, hey, let me write this down and then make a video about it. A lot of stuff is getting caught up. The situation in Harris County, man, they said like 30-something people died in what? The past year in Harris County Jail? How? How you die in jail? And that's like Rikers Island. A lot of people dying up in there. And the way Harris County Jail is, when they showed Ben Crump talking, it's that jail. It's a jail across the street. It's a jail on the next corner, right? Then it's a jail next to the jail across the street from them. And then there's another jail. They all look like office buildings. I never knew it was so many jails at one point in one area. It's a lot of jails. It's like 5 jails down there. Yeah, but I'm gonna take care of that. What you say, Michael Holmes? You said you drink Mountain Dew? Yeah, I drink Mountain Dew. I mess with. That's all I mess with. My favorite soda is cream soda, right? By a company called Frank's, but they don't sell that down here. So I just mess with Mountain Dew. I used to mess with Gatorade and all that. Like it's like I go through cycles of stuff I like. Yeah, I don't mess with Dr. Pepper. Dr. Pepper down here, they love Dr. Pepper. I hate Dr. Pepper. I can't deal with it. Who said yum? King and Queen. It seems like all black women like Dr. Pepper. What is that? You think it's made for y'all? Everybody I mess with down here mess with Dr. Pepper. Oh, give me a Dr. Pepper. I'm like, yeah. Hazel Cooley. I heard that Judge Joe Brown is wanting to run for mayor of Memphis. He was talking about now mayor and police chief. Yeah. I didn't hear that, but I mean, I ain't lying, man. If I was the mayor, I'd do just like the mayor in Oakland. Y'all see that video I did with the mayor of Oakland? She fired my man as soon as she got in there. Oh yeah, cream soda is good. A lot of people don't know what cream soda is though. Cream soda be hitting. But yeah, if I was the mayor, CJ would be out of there. And I'd tell her right to her face, ma'am, I'm sorry, you lost your gun. That's enough for me when I heard that. The door's that way. We talk to you. Or she'd be like, I need more proof. I need more. I'll say, okay, 2 words, Tyree Nichols. Now get the fuck out. I mean, for real, man, just then the mayor covering for, I think she got dirt on him, man. I think she got dirt on this dude. I mean, or they just a lot of illegal shit, man, because it's like, I don't know, man. The biggest thing with the Tyree Nichols situation is that could have been me. And that's the reason why. And like, it sounds stupid to put myself in that, but I've been stopped a lot of times. Like I've had teeth back here in 1998 knocked out by police. They hit me with a gun. Knocked my second to last molar. It broke it at the gum line out my mouth. Yeah. I've been sat on the curb. I had them bend my fingers, put my face in the dirt, all over routine traffic stop. I'm sitting in the passenger seat. You come up, and one cop come on one side, the other cop, they shine a light in your face, and you're like, come on, man. What? Get out the car. You know, that kind of crazy stuff. Throw your face on the concrete. I mean, things happen. That's why, I just think back at them times where you're saying like, damn, I'm not even doing that. And these dudes are just imposing their will on me. And just to see him get snatched up the car like that, it made me get flashbacks about that. And I was like, damn, that could have been anybody. And I know the fear he could have had. Did you see how bugged out his eyes was when he got out the car? I didn't know. The mom said they broke his neck, y'all. So he was sitting up against the car. That's why he kept falling, because his neck was broke. He couldn't hold his head up. Man, this is bad, man. This is bad, guys. Man. What you say when Ben Crump brought up Chief Davis? When you talking about when he brought him up? At what point? What point, Sherry? Hey, did any of y'all see the arraignment video though? Did any of y'all see it? Did y'all notice anything? It's two things I noticed in the video. The first thing I noticed was how big they were. I didn't know Demetrius Haley was that big. You know, and then I went back and looked at their mugshots. You know, you can tell when somebody's big. Like me, I'm a small guy. You see how my neck is like, when your neck is like the side of your face, that's when you know you're dealing with a big dude. That dude, Emmett Martin, is big. He like 6'3", 6'2". He looked like he was the tallest one. And the other dude, Desmond Mills, is big too. He fat big. He the one that was kicking him in the face. And they're tall guys, like football player type guys. And the beat on Tyree, I was just sitting there looking like, damn, they know better than that. And then the other thing I noticed was this. Exactly. Who said that? Virgo Queen. They had on masks. That was the second. That's good observation. Queen V. You ain't know about that name, Queen V, huh? Virgo Queen. If you are secret, I ain't gonna tell nobody what that means. But check it out. They had on masks, like like the normal COVID mask. But I'm saying to myself, how stupid are you? We all know what you look like. Number one, why did you put mask on your face and then symbolize when what's his name had the mask on? Especially Demetrius Haley. Why, asshole? Why would you put a mask on when you was putting the mask on? And people remember that. And then they black mask. You know how people look, they got the black mask. Black is evil. Oh my God, how stupid are you? I would have went in there and looked like a regular person. We already know what you look like. Your name and face is splashed all over. You go in there with a mask on like you scared to catch COVID. Y'all need to catch that shit right now, because where you going, you'll wish you was dead. And that's the thing a lot of people don't know. They don't know how bad it's going to be for them in there. I was in there, I know. It looked like everybody had a suit on except Haley. I think Haley did have a suit on, didn't he? I remember seeing him. I remember watching it. Yeah, he had a suit on. It looked like, let me see. Sherry Sullivan, I think it's about how fast when black do things, it gets handled quickly. You know what though? I understand that. But I also think this too. Look who the police chief is. Remember I told you, now they're not in jail right now, LaShonda. Look who the police chief is. Remember, she got a history of bullshit and getting fired. She out here in Memphis, the mayor is sticking up for her. Hey, you need to handle this right now. She don't want people asking questions. They black. She the chief. It's easier to fire them than it would be white folks, I think. White officers. So they did do them dirty. Hey, you know what? Get the fuck out. Get the fuck out. Quick. You know what I'm saying? You notice ain't none of them trying to fight to get their job back. You ever see a lot of times officers will get suspended or something like that. They'll fight to get their job back. Thank you very much, Terry F. I appreciate that. Hey, somebody sent me a super chat of $500. I'm like, what? A super thanks. I'm like, I don't even know how to get that off of here. I'm like, what the hell? I seen it last night. I'm like, who sent me this? I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah, it was crazy. But yeah, man, it's crazy, guys. That she got rid of them real quick. Really quick. Some cops instigate and agitate a response. Yeah, like I don't know if any of y'all caught in the last couple videos I said, when a police officer, because I used to think about this, when a police officer pulls you over and you get out the car, or they tell you to get out the car and all that stuff, number one, they're scared. depending on their experience, because we don't know what kind of experience they had pulling people over. Some of them been in shootouts, some of them been shot at and shot people. So that does something to you. They get PTSD off of that. Another thing is, when you get out the car and you come with a story, it ain't nothing they ain't seen or heard. And a lot of times when you say something or you act a certain way, it puts them back in the position of a scenario they've been in before, and how they handled it, they're going to handle you the same way. They don't see your color. I mean, they don't see your character and the words coming out of your mouth. If you're intelligent or not, they only see that you giving them problems and you won't shut the fuck up. A lot of times, look at some of these police videos. Somebody sent me a video today of a guy, a state trooper looked like, telling the lady put her hands behind her back, Spanish lady, and she arguing with him, and he got to explain to her. He told you put your hands behind your back, ma'am. Just put your hands behind your back. But she want to be belligerent and run her mouth. Soon as he talking, here come the little girl, because she don't understand this danger. She jump out the car, little teenage girl. On the other side, she run around the car, and the man, he pulled that gun right out. It was a long, looked like a Glock. Get your butt back in that car. Do not walk up on me. The mom, it's a little girl. It's a little girl. You ain't teach your child to not be disrespectful to a grown up. Just relax. He put the cuffs on you. She got a cell phone. She can call somebody. It's like we panic and chaos ensues. And it's like a lot of times people run their mouth to the police, right? Knowing they can lock you up and ain't nothing you can do. So now they like, you know what? Now I'm not playing, but you turn around. Now when they do that, it's a different ball game. Now everybody want to cop a plea. Oh, wait a minute. I was listening. And it'd be the funniest thing. And they look crazy. Now the cop then got to the point where he not playing with you no more. And it's like, man, I don't understand. A lot of times, I don't look at the action of what happened to the person. I look at what led up to that. And a lot of times, it be stupid shit. And I'm like, you know, I'm not going to call. That's why, like, the Tyree situation made me so mad. He would have did what anybody did. Hey, what the hell is going on? What the fuck? Anybody could have got that. And you would have reacted the way he reacted. Everybody talking about one dude in the email, man, I wish they had did that to me. What you would have did? Nothing. No, you don't. I didn't even answer him. I'm like, no, you don't. I hear you, bro. They had to kill me out there. I would have, yeah, all right. Them big ass dudes, they probably ate cornbread before they ran around the corner. They probably was mad because they was eating dinner. Probably still had Memphis barbecue sauce on their uniforms. You know what I'm saying? Grab that dude out the car. Shit. Them dudes snatched him like he was nothing. You see him fly out? Pew! He looked like wet laundry. No. You wouldn't have did nothing, bro, because it's a surprise move. You know, a lot of times people get surprised on something and you get snatched, or you might get punched and you don't think you got punched. Your mind got to reconnect with that. And you got to rationalize what's actually happening, how to get out of it. That take a couple of seconds. People talking about all of a sudden, I get the swinging. And no, you won't. You get the getting shot in the ass. It's like we sound stupid sometimes. What we got over here? Steve, that cop was begging her to put her hands behind her back. He looked scared. That's where I got that from. He looked scared. You see how he kept looking? And did you see that gun he put? That shit like some RoboCop. The barrel was long as hell. He was like, do not run up on me. And now all of a sudden she's a kid. If she was a kid, two things. One, you should have used more resolve in, hey, I don't want to get her locked up in front of my daughter and show her this is the wrong way to act. And two, me acting like this, what? Puts her in danger. They don't think like that. Dudes do the same thing, silly stuff. Get to talking crazy, the cop. Like, so a lot of times dudes be looking all nervous and silly and stuff, like the guy that got tased in the video. I was talking about the guy that got tased I just did a few days ago, where he had the heart attack on the ground. He got up the car. You look at his face. He looked like something was going on. He like, I'm like, yo, you look guilty, bro. Like, they be looking guilty all the time. They be looking guilty. Yeah, and that's another thing. That part made me mad too. The cops was out of breath. They beat Tyree Nichols so bad. Like I said, it need to be a fitness test for police. If your fucking fat ass cannot run, I do it like the military. You got, what, 20 minutes to run a mile and a half straight, that's the fitness test. You got to do that, and you got to do 20 push-ups, and you got to do 50 sit-ups. And you got to do, you got to do 20 pull-ups, 50 sit-ups, and 50 push-ups. If you can't do that, get the fuck off the force. I remember when I was young, they had cops that could run. They would jump out the car and chase you like they was Kunta Kinte. You know what I'm saying? And run you down. Cops used to come to the neighborhood and race the fastest person there. We used to be like, I bet you can't beat him in racing. I used to race him all the time. That's how I know. They'd be like, yo, Steve, this dude Steve can beat you in a race. And cops would come and lose. And then like once in a while, cops would come around the corner. Hey, yo, come here. We got a new guy. He said he fast. Race this kid. And that's when I knew I was fast too when I was young. And I would race them and smoke them every time they bet money. They give me $20 and then leave. Or like if Mr. Softy truck came, they give me an ice cream. I was happy as hell. Get on my bike, do a wheelie, and you know what I mean? Now they got cops just fat as hell. Eating donuts in the car. You go over there and look. What you doing? Get the hell out of here. Crumbs all around their mouth. They trying to arrest somebody. Sitting up here breathing like Biggie Smalls after you threw 2 punches. Get the fuck out of here. Too much, man. I can't take it. Too much. Your ass too big to be on the force. Go on desk duty. I'll put your desk right next to the fucking lunch truck. Justin Hempfield. He ain't doing nothing. He ain't doing nothing. He out there with the Scorpion team. I think they put him out there as punishment. Because he was so bad inside the department, they put him out there in punishment. Y'all seen that video I did yesterday with the chief of police getting fired in Oakland? Did you see the dude, Sergeant Chung, the one that got him in trouble that he was trying to cover for? Sergeant Chung shot the gun in the freight elevator inside the police station. How did you do that and get away with it? And then he got scared, picked up the spent shell casing and threw it in the Bay Bridge, off the Bay Bridge. How do you not think you're going to get caught? Oh my God. Hold on. Y'all choking me in here. How you think you wasn't going to get caught? She said, LOL, cornbread and barbecue. Yeah, they was over there eating that Memphis hot. What's it called? That Nashville hot chicken. They took one bite and got the call. They got mad. They said, we going to fuck up whoever get over here. I paid $18 for this shit. Woo! Get your bitch ass out the car. Yeah. But all in all, man, it's been a crazy week. And I think that trial, now I don't really watch trials like that. I watched the OJ trial, but I was young, as an older person and seeing what's really going on, I am going to be watching this trial. If it's on Crime Network or whatever channel, this is going to be major news, people. I think it's going to be a lot of stuff coming out. They can't cover this up. It looks bad. They cannot cover none of this up. You got to explain all this. And then the stuff they were saying in the discovery at the end when they were like, oh, he's strong. Oh, he was going for the gun and all that. Man, all the lies just going to be exposed. I want to see what Demetrius Haley said. I want to see him. The ones I want to see the most is him and Desmond Mills, the fat dude that kicked him in the face. I want to see what they say the most. Because you already know the one dude that they don't talk about that much, Smith or whatever, the one that said he had a bad knee and he only went out there and acted aggressive because he was trying to save everybody. I think he the weak link. He the weak link for real. I think he's the weak link. I think if anybody tell it, be him. Another thing is this, and I'm going to make a video on this. They still talking about it's still pending charges. Like, a lot of people ain't out of it. So, Hempfield might still get charged, but he going to get charged on a different level. Because they talking about doing civil suits and stuff involving him, including him, suing him. So, he not off the hook. Another thing they said is, a lot of the other officers that they had fired or they put on leave were the ones standing around watching. And that's why they got put on leave, because they didn't do that ordinance in Memphis where if a cop, they got a law in Memphis amongst officers that if a cop starts acting crazy, for the safety of him and the safety of everybody that's there, including the suspect, you got to grab him and stop him from being overly aggressive. And none of them followed that ordinance. That's why they got in trouble. I just found that out too recently. You know, Virgo Queen, I'm following that up to trial. 5 new girlfriends headed to prison. Yo, man, Virgo Queen be all over that. She be all over. She hit me up every day. Steve, man, check it out. This is what's going on. Or, hey, did you see this? And a lot of times, the stuff she see, because like I'm tuned in to WREG, and I be getting all the alerts. So a lot of times, y'all be sending me stuff. It's like I'm doing the video as we speak. That's why I don't ever answer back. Not that I'm being rude. I'm just like, oh, I'm doing that right now. And I'll never get a chance to get back with you. But listen, I started that email thing last week, Saturday. I think started putting it on there. I made the email address and then I put it on the. I think it'd be a good idea to put it on the channel. I started doing that. You know how many emails I got? I just checked before I got on there. 3,600, and a lot of them got videos. So a lot of them I haven't even seen. I'm like, I can't even keep up with this. And that's the thing that's crazy. You know, another thing I think would be cool on this channel, real quick. They got this thing on YouTube now where you can do a double live stream, or you can have somebody on your live stream. I think that would be cool if one of my subscribers, you know what I'm saying, that subscribe to me that I talk to on emails and all this stuff on a regular basis, or somebody that would be in that city covering, of what's going on. I think that would be cool if I could have them on a split screen live and they could be talking about what's going on down there and we could all be talking about the channel. I think that would be fly. What y'all think? Y'all think that would be good? Like if I did a story and like I did a live stream, like say like it was something big, like when Tyree's video came out, and like you as a subscriber is in that city and you watching it and you watching more, you getting all the news because you down there, I'm in Houston, and then we do a split screen and I have you on here interviewing you and you telling us what's going on. Man, that would be fire. I think that would be nice. What y'all think? Y'all think that would be good? Put down there. Because my people Virgo Queens is my people Virgo Queen is in Memphis and she be sending me hella stuff. You know what I'm saying? And say when the trial come, or like May 1st, when they go back May 1st, I have Virgo Queen on here and she just be telling what it is. Yo, come on, man. Come on, that's hot right there. Stock Market Steve and Queen V, come on, man. Don't get no better than that. You know what I mean? Don't get no better than that. Angie say yes. I mean, I can have anybody on her. I mean, that would be really good. I'm gonna do something different than they do on a lot of other channels. I got a lot of ideas, and I think it would be cool. I just want to be a YouTuber that's very approachable and down home because you see a lot of who I am in yourself, because I'm just a regular person. And it's like, I think my subscribers grew so much because a lot of people are like mine, like me. Like me, I'll say a lot of stuff a lot of people won't say, because I mean, people's heart's going to get hurt anyway. And that's not my intention. But I mean, a lot of times people have herd mentalities and they'll go along with something without saying. And it's almost like peer pressure for adults. I'm a free thinking individual, man. And if I wasn't, I wouldn't be where I am. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the people that are most successful people are people that have imaginations and have vision. And they don't let other people suppress them. Like everybody want to be like somebody else. I tell my son, I tell my kids, they're grown now, but I'm like, hey, listen, you can't be nobody else because their spot is taken. They're filling it up themselves. So you can't be anybody else, But yeah, I think that's a good idea. That would be cool. I might start doing that next week. I ain't tech savvy. I got to figure out how to do this, but it would be cool to have a split scene every Friday when we do these webcasts or whatever. People that are always in the comment section, because I mean, I know who's always in, because I know the names. And I have like another thing, people have been sending me faces of what they look like. So it's like, it's the weirdest thing when you see a face with a comment that you see all the time. It really brings out the personality of who the person is. And I think that's cool. I mean, I'm not telling y'all send me pictures of your face like I'm some freak or something. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, that's really cool that some people decided, hey man, I'm gonna show you what I look like, my face. I mean, y'all see me, but I think that's cool. And it's very personable because like now it's like when I see certain, I ain't gonna say the names, when I see certain names, I know what they look like, they really look like. You know, it's not just a picture of a German Shepherd and shit. I'm like, damn, you look like a dog? Like, Lassie? Let me stop. But you understand what I'm saying. But yeah, that would be really cool, I think. Every Friday, we just have somebody on here. You know, you guys can say, hey, I want to be on a thing or whatever, and then I'll figure out how to do it, and we'll exchange emails. And I'll be like, yo, we got a special guest, such and such, because it'd be the same people in here every week, mainly. And so everybody knows the names. And we're building a community, so it would be cool. Like, it'd be like almost like they got their own show, too, because they'd be on here with me, and you see them all the time on the side, and they can answer questions like I could. That would be cool. Nobody's doing that. I think that would be nice. You know? Miss Philly G say boots to the ground. Boots on the ground. Hey, man, I appreciate these thumbs up. It's 90 people in here, man. Hit that like button. Come on. Y'all playing around. Look, I said it's 90 people in here. 2 people left. Like, oh, fuck, I'm too lazy. I ain't hitting that. Man, we got 88 people in here. If y'all hit that like button, man, come on. It's back. Thanks. Miss Philly G. Kingdom Queen, you say you knew? Where you from, Kingdom Queen? I feel so weird leaning over here and going back like. All right, next topic. What y'all want to ask me? What y'all want to know? Hit me with a question. I try to get it where we don't have no dead spots. I work in the ER in Memphis alongside the police and fire. Hey, Erica, was you there when did he come to the hospital you was at? Did you hear anything? I'm talking to Erica Lynn Weekly. Did you hear anything, Miss Erica? Cynthia Red. Oh, Redknapp. Was it Red? How you say that? Reednauer, right? Yeah, Reednauer. Okay. Welcome to the family, Cynthia. Welcome. Seize the day, said Marriott and Michael Irvin. Hey, you know what? I knew it was something stupid with that, but now he's talking about suing. When he started that suing stuff, and he'll win too because they kept him out of the Super Bowl. You know how much money he lost on that? And now the girl don't want to come forward and all of that. Listen, I'm going to tell you something. I made a video about that. I don't know if y'all saw it, but I mean, like, I'm very much against this cancel culture bullshit. I don't know where that came from. It's like you can't wear a certain shirt, something that's harmless, and it hurts people's feelings, and they make you take it off or make you feel embarrassed that you got something on. You understand what I'm saying? Or like you say something and somebody take it the wrong way and you didn't mean it like that, and all of a sudden you're a bad person. I don't know where that came from, man. Look, I got all kind of subscribers on my channel. I got red, green, yellow, white, black, purple, Chinese, Japanese, all kind. I see them, they talk to me. And it's like, you know, nothing offends me. Somebody got mad because I put the Confederate flag. I'm about to flag your video because the Confederate flag made me feel upset. Then get the fuck off my page, dude. You contacted me and then wrote me a long letter like it's going to change my mind. I was setting it an example and showing. Oh my God, man. YouTube hard, man. YouTube hard to do. I make it look easy because I'm naturally just, you know, an open talking person. But when I first started, it was hard. It's hard to look at the camera and focus on the camera and keep your mind on focus on what you're doing. Because sometimes you hear me talking, I'll be slipping in my words and all kind of stuff because I got to stay focused. You notice I talk really quick. I think very fast too. So a lot of times I'll have 2 thoughts at once. That's why you'll see me talking and making a point. And I'm like, you know what? Let me say this first. And then you'll see me break off and then go to something else and then come back. I don't mean to do that. Just as how I am. You're good. People usually can't pronounce it. Yeah, it's Reednauer, right? Because I know of somebody named Rittenauer, but Reednauer. That's why I was trying to put it Reednauer. I was telling you about me being worried about my son being biracial. Yeah, but I mean, This is the way I look at that. Somebody told me a long time ago, you are what your father is. So if your father is black, you're black. Or if it was something they were saying, I was like, that do make a lot of sense. But I mean, being biracial, I mean, I don't have nothing to, I've never been one of them people like, I don't like somebody because of what they are, nothing like that. I've never been like that. Now, I mean, I know there's a lot of people that have discrepancy with certain people because of certain experiences they had. But me personally, I could give a shit. I'm 50 years old. I'll be 50 on Tuesday. I could give a damn now. You know what I mean? That's like I told people last week, I'm so glad that I'm older now because I ain't got to worry about being cool. I'm expected to act a certain way, which is the way I am. And I don't have to go to no club. I ain't got to worry about getting the honeys and all of this stuff. All I got to do is just relax and just enjoy my life. And I'm just blessed I'm in a position to finally do that. Like YouTube is a transition for me. Like I have money. I don't need the money from YouTube like that. But I mean, it's a transition for when I get older, or retire and doing what I'm doing, which will be very soon. It would just be good for me to have something else I can do to talk and teach people something, or, because my original plan with this was to teach financial literacy to anybody that wanted to learn, especially people of color. That's the reason why I'm called Stock Market Steve. That's what they call me around here, because they're like, yo, the black dude that do the stock market. Or like, it's multiple Steves that say Stock Market Steve. Everybody knows me as that. I help some of my clients. And they got millions of dollars. They asked me my opinion. I'm like, man, I didn't know I was that respected. And I'm like, man, if they asking me, I should be on YouTube. He said the show was fire. I appreciate that, 22 Roman. I had to check the time. I ate since 10 o'clock this morning. I always be hungry before these live streams. And like I used to eat before them, but I kept burping and hiccuping. I was like, what, he got Tourette's or something? So like, I don't eat no more. Carolyn R. say, early happy birthday. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I don't even be celebrating my birthday no more. All it means is I'm closer to the grave. Yeah, man. The thing is this, man. We got a lot of problems as people till we worrying about anybody else. Like I said last week, if you go and look at my live stream last week, if you ever get a chance, look at the last 5 to 10 minutes. And I said something that was really key. And I was like, man, I really didn't catch that I said that. And I said something about, I can't verbatim say it, but I said everybody has prejudice in America. Everybody is prejudiced. If somebody tells you they're prejudiced, they're a fucking liar. And I'm going to tell you why. Prejudice means to prejudge somebody, right? Depending on how they talk, how they look. It could be the color of their skin or whatever. I prejudge. And especially because I'm a business person. If I run into somebody that might be African from Nigeria, or somebody that's Indian, or somebody that's Asian, depending on what part of Asia they from, they do a lot of haggling on price. So when I see them, I'm automatically going to prejudge them and be prejudiced, thinking they're going to ask for a discount. And there's nothing wrong with that, because a prejudice is something that people acquire over time of their experience with dealing with somebody that looks like that or is attributed to that type of section of reality. And everybody is prejudiced. Now, being racist, that's something different. For somebody to be racist is somebody that believes their race is superior on the planet and no other race should be on the planet except them, or every race should bow down to them. And that I think that's wrong. You know what I'm saying? Because the bottom line is this: no matter what color you are, all that dominant shit go out the window if you fall and have a goddamn heart attack and somebody that don't look like you give you CPR and bring you back to fucking life. Now who the greater person? You or that person? You see what I'm saying? It sounds stupid. We get caught up in stupid stuff. Every time we're fighting over black and white, green and purple, brown or orange, somebody is making green off of it. Whether it's people showing it on TV, getting ratings, people on YouTube talking about it, or just people that are keeping it going So we all looking over here at this in horror while somebody's stuffing their pockets behind us, pulling the strings. Don't let TV bait you, especially the news. A lot of people sent me negative comments over what I said about the ranchers. You know what I mean? In a month, you watch if you hear anything else about this. A lot of that is cap. Now, I'm not saying all that stuff wasn't happening to them, but I think a lot of that has to do with the trolls on social media after these posts and stuff was going on. Because honestly, I'm keeping it real. I think the lady is a social media junkie, and she got to arguing with a lot of people on there, and they probably got in some little racial spats going back and forth, black and white, fuck you, and now people are bothering them. And that's just part of what I believe. And I'm dead honest with that, guys. I mean, just putting 2 and 2 together. You know, I'm not going to look over the obvious and then look at this as, oh, it's black versus white. A lot of times it don't even be like that. That's real. But, guys, I'm going to give you guys 10 more minutes. You want another topic you want to talk about before I go? Because I got to eat. I'm about to pass out. I always do this. Every one of my things, you'll look at the end, I'm like, oh, I'm hungry. I'm gonna do better next week. I'm going to fix this. He would tell people that he was white like his mama. On serious note, I worry about both of my sons because the other one is white and he's very smart. He has a very smart mouth. You're right. It can happen to anyone. Yeah, but see, you understand something. And this is another thing. There's a differences in sexes too with boys and girls. A boy's nature, little boy, I'm going to tell you something. And this is true. Little boys will kill themselves. If it ain't for parents, little boys will kill themselves. They're destructive. They make bad decisions, and they just have a dominant nature to where they don't think before they act. I remember we was younger, and we had, you know, look at your daughters and stuff. A lot of times, 9 times out of 10. Now this is not everybody. You got a little daughter or sons or whatever, and they growing up together. You'll beat the hell out the boy all the time because he don't listen. Little girl get a little ass taught one time. She'll have the wisdom to know I don't want no more of that. So what she do? She sit back, had a boy do the dirt, and then she tell on him, and he get his ass beat. Boys are destructive. They'll kill themselves. You got to stop them. When they're younger, they get killed. Now, when girls get older, you got to deal with a lot of emotional stuff because they got a chaotic nature and stuff. But it's like when they're young and your little son is young, the life of teaching. You ain't got to teach him to stop. All you got to do is say, hey, stop doing that. Something going to happen. Sometimes boys need physical lessons outside the home to when they can realize that you telling the truth. So, I mean, it is what it is. He ain't going to get killed. You know what I mean? Somebody knocking him upside his head. Sometimes we got to learn. That happened to everybody. I'm going to tell you I always tell funny stories at the end of my shows. I'm going to tell you a funny story. Right? Okay. Now, I grew up in Camden, New Jersey, right? I was in 3rd grade, and I wanted to be a crossing guard real bad, right? And I was making good grades, and then one day the assistant principal comes up to me. She's like, Steve, you want to be a crossing guard? I say, yes, ma'am. So I'll become a crossing guard like halfway through the first marking period. So now all of a sudden kids are not doing good in school, and their parents are taking them out of being safeties. So we don't have that many safeties. So I'm thinking, you know, I got the badge. You know, you young, you don't know nothing. I got the badge. It stands for something. So I got the regular silver badge. So the next badge is a green badge for sergeant. The sergeant gets in trouble in school. So he is not a safety no more. So they make me the sergeant. Now I got the green badge. Now, about a week goes by, I got a promotion, right? The fucking gnat in here. Anyway, I got a promotion. That was a part of the lie. I got a promotion, right? And about probably a month later, somebody else, I think his name was William, he gets in trouble. Now I'm a lieutenant. It's a red badge. It's a red. Man, you couldn't tell me nothing. I thought I was the police. Watch this. The hell is up with this gnat? What the fuck? Anyway, I'm at the door one day. You know, when the kids come into school, we used to open the doors for them, and they was like, when whoever's late, right? Hey, what's up, Sue? They say whoever's late, close the door and don't let them in. So it's this one kid coming, and I see him in the back, and instead of closing the door, right, and not letting them in, I close the door. I goes out there and I go, halt. The dude said just like this. He was the older kid. He said, man, if you don't get the fuck out of my face, I'll beat you up and take that safety badge. I opened the door like, go ahead, go ahead. I ain't want to be a safety no more. Yo, that was a reality lesson real quick. That was a reality lesson. Hey, man, that badge don't make you nobody. Shit. I was young that night. In a space, you take care, all right? Thank you so much. Hey. I can't even explain it. That's the most embarrassing thing that ever happened. What's up, Q? Peace out. Oh, he in Australia. All right, all right. Yeah, man, that was a real wake-up call. You know, you think you untouchable when you somebody. The way he said that, I knew for a fact he was serious. He looked me, he got in my face. Hey, get the fuck. Like a grown man cussing. I was like, oh, shit. I didn't know what the fuck to do. But yeah, man, I always try to say a joke at the end, man. Listen, guys, if any of you guys just tuned in, I'm sorry. I got to get off here. You see me sweating and stuff. Part of that is I'm embarrassed. It's a damn gnat here. He must have came in through the window when I had it open earlier. I don't want y'all clowning me like, this nigga got bugs in his house. But listen, guys, as always, man, I appreciate you guys spending the time with me. Y'all is crazy. But yeah, that idea of doing a split screen and stuff like that, I think that'd be a good idea next week. We could try it if y'all want. So like hit me up in the email and tell me if you interested in doing it, and we'll work something out. But I'm gonna tell you something right now. Send me a picture of what you look like. Now it sounds freaky, but I don't want you to, you know what I'm saying? I don't want you telling me, hey, I'm gonna be on the show, and then I get catfished and you say you look a certain way, and then when it's time to get on, oh, I don't want to get on because I don't know if you're trolling or not. I'm not saying, you know, you understand what I'm saying? I want people that really want to be a part of the show, and I think it'd just be cool. You know, especially Sue Burtz. Yo, this lady right here, Sue Burtz, y'all give her a shout out. Everything I'm doing right now is because of Sue Burtz. I was doing stock market. She was with me when I was doing stock market. She said, Steve, man, you got a lot of passion and fire in you. You need to do trending topics. True crime and stuff like that. I was like, I don't know about that. I did it. The channel took off immediately. So everything I am right now is a tribute to Miss Sue Burtz. In fact, if Sue Burtz want to be on the show, man, she need to be on the show. If she want to do a split screen live with me, I'd love to meet Sue Burtz. You know what I'm saying? Sue Burtz is all right peoples, man. She real cool. Yeah, she started laughing right. But yeah, man, I mean, the show's all about having fun and just talking about topics, man. I do a lot of talking. I got a lot of stories and laughing and joking. If you met me in public the way I am right now, it's the same way. I had you falling out, and I'm genuine. But man, I'm about to get off of here, man. I am hot, and I got to kill this bug. I got a pet peeve with shit flying around. It bothers me. I got an attitude. How dare he invade my home? I don't have a fly swatter, but I got a shoe around here somewhere that I think could fit that ass. But guys, I appreciate you spending time with me. I love you as always. You guys take care. If y'all in Memphis, man, I appreciate y'all sending these news stories. I have not been shouting people out because some people say shout me out, some people don't. So if you send me some videos, tell me, hey, you can shout me out. But if you don't want me to shout you out, I won't shout you out. So, I mean, I don't want y'all to be like, damn, he taking the story I gave him and not saying my name. So just understand that. But guys, you guys have a good weekend. Some of you guys are hitting me in the emails tonight anyway, and I'll talk to y'all. So it's not like I'm leaving y'all. But stay tuned for some good videos next week. Tomorrow, they probably ain't going to be about Tyree Nichols. Well, a couple of them will be. But I got some stories that's going to blow your mind if they are true. I have to fact check this stuff. and see if it's real. But some of this stuff is crazy. Some of the stuff I'm going to show you tomorrow. But as always, guys, I love you to death. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. You guys take care. Take care.